Hey, what's up? What's going on? Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Let's talk about Married to Medicine, Season 5, Episode 6, The Voodoo That You Do So Well. Basically, there was no voodoo done on this show so well. So anyways, we start off with, Mariah, she's talking to, Toya basically, and Mariah feels like it was like a round robin, it was a roast at the table, whatever. And Toya was like, only person that was bothered was, Quad. Who cares what she thinks? Who cares about what Quad thinks? If she don't want to move forward, then that's her business. Mariah is like, I haven't done nothing to anyone. Girl, you gotta stop lying. Let me tell you, you guys, I kind of like Mariah because she looked exactly like my grandmother. Every time I see Mariah, I see my grandmother. I mean, they look just alike, even down to the hair color and the poofiness and the bigness of the hair. They look just alike. So anyways, that's why I guess, I could deal with her. It's no big deal or whatever. And so, then Mariah was like, I haven't done nothing to anybody or anything, you know what I'm saying? They have done stuff to me. They done it to me. I was like, okay, Mariah, there you go, telling your stories, girl. You need to start a book. You need to start a blog or something. Oh yes, Mariah does have a blog because after last week episode, she was blogging online and Instagram and everything, talking about, the episode and all that. So she does. I wonder if she gonna do it again this time. She did have a nice Christmas tree, let me tell you. So anyways, we talk about Dr. Heavenly and Quad. They talk and it was like, you see how Toya got all upset because people didn't embrace Mariah, get her mad or get upset or feel some type of way. You see how she was? And then so basically they kind of like talking about Mariah, Toya, how like she got upset because she, because they didn't react the way that she want them to. And so that's when Dr. Heavenly go, Mariah can't stand alone. She can't be alone. She always got to have somebody to have her back. She had Lisa Nicole last year, and now she has, Toya. Whatever, Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly, you talk so much crap about people in your confessionals. I wonder, are they going to be receiving you so nice at the reunion because you just been going in. So anyways, but it was nice to see, Dr. Heavenly and Quad, just chilling, talking or whatever. And they was getting ready to go to dinner or go eat some donuts or whatever. And Quad was ironing out her Louis Vuitton bag or whatever. And it was cool, like nothing ever happened. It's like everything brushes off of Quad's shoulder. She be moving forward. So sometimes you can't tell if Quad is hurt, if she is hurt, if she's not hurt. You can't really get a real emotion from Quad. Like you don't know. Like it's so hard to tell when, something is really affecting her because she can put on that face and move forward quickly in a hurry. So all the ladies, they get ready to go to the cafe to have these donuts or whatever, but Simone decided it was a good idea to bring Crazy Heavenly to the Voodoo store. You know what I'm saying? She thought it would be a good experience, it would be a good thing, but Heavenly showed her that it wasn't. Heavenly done act up, she done cried, she done ran out the store. She gave us way too much. Like all the cussing and all the swearing, all the negativity that Heavenly does, how she's mean, how she demeans people and how she's nasty towards people, and she swears and she drinks like a fish. So you don't supposed to drink to get drunk. That's against the Bible. You're not supposed to use vulgar language either. So like she violates the 10 commandments all the time. So she get into the voodoo store and she acts like, it's the worst thing in the world. Like, come on, honey, let's get it together. That's a part of your history. Whether you like it or not, that man had to tell you that the only country that survived that is free from being taken over, being colonized by, the white man is Haiti. Haiti's the only place. Saka Zulu and all the rest of the people in Haiti, they were able to protect their land. Even though they brung the hurricane over there, they still got their own land and it can't be taken. Ain't nobody coming in and making them slaves. Ain't nobody coming in and taking over their land and doing anything to them. They protected their land. And it's just like, you got to think about it. Like, when slaves came over here and all this other stuff. And, even Indians, even Native Americans have some form of voodoo or voodoo. Because like the guy was saying, there's like so many different names for it. So, yeah, it's a part of your history. It's a part of your ancestors. Go to the museum, go, so it was just sad to see how Heavenly just closed the door to that part of her history. She can just say, hey, listen, I don't understand that part of my history, but okay, I'll be cordial. I'll be cool. You know what I mean? Because that is still a part of my history. So And because basically, if you compare the people that they have, the deities and all that other stuff in voodoo, that's the same thing that they have in the Holy Bible. And then the Bible was used a long time ago to, keep slaves in line and things like that. And then, this is actually Black history, and a white man handed you the Bible, and that's what you believe in. But the Bible is good. I believe in the Bible. I believe in all types of books. You know what I mean? Because I study all different things. But one of the most important things was just for her just to react that way. And like, if you really touch with God, because I've been filled with the Holy Ghost, I've been filled with the Spirit, I've been sanctified and all that other good stuff. I was raised and born in the church, and we went into drug houses, we went into crack houses, we went to house of repute, we went everywhere to bring souls into the church, to bring food, to bring meals, to bring help, to bring understanding. We wasn't scared where we stepped at. We wasn't afraid, because once you believe in God, and you covered in the name of Jesus or the blood of Jesus, if you covered and you are convicted in what you believe in and what you pray to, whatever, that store ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? That's just a store. You know what I mean? Because you already know who you are. But when you don't live right, that's when you get scared, and that's when you get afraid. And it was funny how after Heavenly left that store, when they had their little meeting, Heavenly immediately apologized to, Mariah, and she wanted to move on in forgiveness. The reason why she was so scared, because the demons was jumping out of her. That ill will and that ill intent was jumping out of her. Her bones was shaking. She was scared, boy. So anyways, the ladies are at the cafe. They are eating the donuts and drinking, whatever, the water, whatever. They're having a good time. They're talking. There's no negativity. They're being positive. With Mariah and Quad there, it's like, it's all good. So I was just like, yay, cool, it sounds good. And Contessa, she's showing everybody how to eat eat the donuts or whatever and everything like that. So it seems like everything's going good, so Simone and Heavenly's outside crying and talking about running out there. She was like, I need a drink, right after talking about this is a bad place, bad spirits and all this other stuff. Right after that, you want to go have a drink. Like, you are not I don't know what you believe in. You believe in yourself, and that's good. So anyways, so then Dr. Simone and, Heavenly, they meet up with the rest of the ladies or whatever. And basically, Simone is just like, yo, I just had it out with Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly was all crying, talking about she didn't want to be in the voodoo store. She didn't want this. She didn't want that. And then Dr. Heavenly was like, this F&B word wanted to bring this spiritual guy back to the house and blessed us. That's when Toya was like, we can't have everybody coming in and bless us, just like you can't have everybody praying on you and laying a hand on you and putting the oil on your forehead. You can't have everybody do that. And Toya did have a point. Toya was like, I can't even believe that I agree with Dr. Heavenly. And Jackie was like, yep, you done made a mistake, Simone, but it's all good. So anyways, they change it. And so, Dr. Heavenly, she gets into a confessional, which is funny. She goes, I don't know what's wrong with Dr. Simone. If she want to experience some S, you know what she needs to do? She needs to read a book. She want to experience something. I'm like, yo. Anyways. And so, basically, they all talk about, having a get together at night, since they're not going to have the ceremony, but have a forgiveness ceremony. Basically reminds me of Housewives of Atlanta back from last season or whatever. So basically, they're going to have, a forgiveness ceremony, try to forgive each other and everything. But before then, they're going to have some food. They're going to have some crawfish. Dr. Jackie ain't trying to eat no crawfish. She ain't down with that. She think it's nasty. So basically, the lady's like, we suck the head and spit it out. We suck the head and spit it out. I'm like, so anyways, basically, Toya, she's trying to dance, whatever. And it was like, oh, Toya, you can't dance. You can't dance. Toya get up there and she starts dancing. It looks terrible. It looks ridiculous, but it was funny. But she tried it. Maybe that's why, her husband ain't rushing up there in that bed, because her dance moves ain't on point. She ain't moving it. Maybe she can't lay on her back because she has to get on top. Dr. Eugene. She has to get on top of Eugene. And so it was so wrong for, Quad to say, I don't know why she's doing that dance, because she's going up and down. She needs to stop that because everything else on her is falling. Gravity done reached. I was like, Quad, why you got to go there? And the same thing with Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie was like, I can't eat no more carbs, looking at Toya over there. Like, they are clowning Toya. Toya's not going to be happy at the reunion when she sees this footage. So anyways, Toya, she gets up and she dances. it's a no-go, but she tried. And so, there was like, don't let Toya fool you with that big butt. She got all that, don't know what to do with it. And so Mariah, starts to dance because, Dr. Simone was like, Mariah can dance. Mariah, she gets up and she dances. She does, she does a very safe routine because she wasn't trying to fall, she wasn't trying to hurt herself, and she wasn't trying to make a fool of herself. So she does her little dance, and basically she wins, and Dr. Heavenly gets messy and was like Beyonce and got nothing to worry about. Looking at looking at Mariah, I was like, Dr. Heavenly, why you gotta go there? Why you be shading? You be shading everybody like, whoa. But I see you haven't came from Contessa anymore. You had left Contessa alone for a little bit, but we'll see how long that lasts, probably to next episode. So anyways, they're hoping that everything is going to go right with this forgiveness ceremony. Simone and Jackie, they have a little conversation basically. And Simone was like, I'm going to leave it in your hands. We had such a good day. Please emphasize on, for us to have an understanding, for us to get along together, that, it would be hopeful or whatever. So then all the ladies, they meet up in their pajamas or whatever. Quad had on the same pajamas. I don't know what the rest of the ladies had on, but I remember she had on the same ones. Contessa pajamas look nice. Dr. Jackie pajamas look nice, so that, I don't even know what Mariah had on. But anyways, so Dr. Jackie was like, yo, listen. She was like, I never thought I can make it. I never thought I can have forgiveness, and have strength and all this other stuff. She was like, I battled breast cancer twice. She was like, then, and look what I'm going through now, with Curtis and everything. Like, so forgiveness is very important. Like, she's emphasizing, like, and I wanted to have kids, and that's one thing I wanted to do, was be a mother, and I couldn't do. And so on that note, like, she went deep, she went down in the hole to pull that out, to let these ladies know, but that what we have ain't nothing. And so basically, Mariah, says that I forgive all of these in here, but right now I don't forgive you, Jackie, because you compared me to herpes. And they go to an interview where Jackie's talking about, Mariah's just like herpes. She pops up every now and then. You don't know when she's coming, but she comes, she pops up. She's like a cold sore. And basically, Dr. Jackie got a point. She just popped up at this trip. They didn't know she was coming. She just popped up like a herpes. So anyways, Dr. Jackie was like, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for what I said. And so everyone has moved on. Even Heavenly said one thing to Mariah. She was just like, yo, you never own up for what you do to other people. You never hold yourself accountable for what you do to others and whatever. So basically, what's her name? Toya jumped in and was like, we need to be talking about forgiveness now. That's what we need to be on and moving forward. So everybody basically has forgave Mariah except for Quad. Quad was like, we just being cordial and that's it. That's all you can ask from me. Like, we can be in the same room. And then that's when Toya was like, that's some bull. That's fugazi. That's not right. She was like, there's always tension in the room. You can tell that something's going on with you and all this other stuff, that it's not cool. Like, we're supposed to be about forgiveness and moving on and moving forward. And so that's when Jackie do give her speech or whatever, and Quad was like, yo, listen, I ain't gonna tell y'all no more. Quad was like, it's whatever. So I guess they just let that situation just be. Mariah said that, she's moving on, she's forgiven. One thing I did like what Jackie said, she says it takes a weak person seeks revenge, a strong person forgives. I was like, you go, Jackie. I like that. And so we see that basically Quad and Mariah are not moving forward right now, but they're gonna continue to be cordial towards each other, hopefully not spread any more rumors or say any more negative things about each other. But Quad is just like, it is what it is. Dr. Heavenly is like, come on, Quad, like, we're talking about forgiveness, come on, we need to forgive, we need to move on. This is what teaching is about. We're supposed to be here on that, sister magic, black girl magic stuff or whatever. So right now it's not there, but they can still be in the same room without arguing or fighting with each other. So that's cool. So hopefully maybe they can get somewhere, but I don't think Quad is willing to forgive, and she knows Mariah, and she's not willing to open up to her or give her any type of ammunition that she can ever use against her. And I think Mariah wants to be friends with Quad, but she's still going to keep keep that foot on her neck or whatever. So I don't know if they're ever going to make up. It'll be nice if they do make up, but maybe they will. And so basically the ladies are heading back home, and Cecil, he goes to talk to Simone, basically to go pick up his suit, to go get some clothes or whatever. And then he started talking. He asked her about the trip. She goes, we had the room that said Lucifer. He was like, of course you had that room. And she was like, we had a pole in our hotel room or whatever. And Cecil was like, it was a wasted pole. I was like, oh no. And so then that's when Simone is telling, Cecil that she wants to get back on track, work on that marriage, work on this and that, because before, Simone left New Orleans, she was just like, she wants to work on her relationship with her husband and get back on track. And so basically he was like, yeah, I think we should do that. And he was like, Cecil was like, we only had one appointment, one counseling session. And then, Simone was like, well, so you gonna call and set it up? And he was like, oh, no, I thought you can call and set it up. So I think Cecil should have just said, I'm gonna call and I'll set it up. But it seems like Simone wanted to argue with Cecil, because she felt like since he didn't run to jump towards setting up the counseling situation, that he wasn't really serious about the counseling situation. So she started arguing with him and saying that you're not really serious, you don't really want to do it, why can't you do it? Well, I guess I'll do it. He was like, I just thought it would be more convenient for you to set it up because you're always busy, you got a crazy schedule or whatever. And so it goes left, and Simone let that conversation, she let it to go left by getting upset because he didn't want to make an appointment. And Cecil could have just said, okay, I'll make the appointment. And then if the date didn't come right, then, Dr. Simone could have changed the date. But it just seems like Simone is nitpicking, and I don't know if she's still in love with Cecil. And I don't know if Cecil's still in love. I think Cecil still has love for Simone, and a little bit of part of him is still in love with her, but I think she keeps pushing him away. And he must have did something. I don't know why, but she just got really upset with him or whatever. And she was like, I ain't coming home. I got to get back on track. I got to get my work together. And he was like, well, the boys want to see you or whatever. And she was like, well, I'll see them another day because I got to get my work on or whatever. So, they're in good hands. And, Cecil was like, I know they're in good hands, but they really want to see their mother or whatever. So it was like, damn, Simone, you G'd up on him. You G'd up like he was a child, and he might just need a soft, sassy, sweet, romantic woman in his life right now. I don't know, Simone. So anyways, moving on from that, we get to Quad. Quad and Dr. G are basically about to have a conversation. And their conversation goes left immediately. Basically, Quad is just telling, Dr. G that, hey, listen, I'm happy, I need that emotional support, I need that love, I need that intimacy, I need this, I need that. And she's unhappy and she's hurting, and she goes, the way that you treat your patients way better than you treat me, because they are patient. They don't live with him, and plus the patient pay their bills, and he understands each and everything the patient is going through because the patient actually tells him what their problem is. Like, yo. And so then Dr. G was like, yo, I feel like it's totally unfair for you to compare my work with our relationship. And then, Quad did start off the conversation with like, I knew what I was getting into to be a physician's wife or whatever, blase and the third, that I was going to be put second. He was like, no, you ain't never second. My patients ain't never more important than you. I believe that's what he said, right? So, he was like, I don't even know why you compare. So he was like, so what is it? What is it that I'm doing that I'm not doing? Tell me. And so, and he was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I don't feel like I'm appreciated. I bust my ass all the time. I do this, and I just want somebody to be grateful. And he's like, yo, you're not grateful, and all this other stuff. She was like, well, you don't make me feel good. I don't have that emotional love. Like, for instance, you don't call me. He was like, what you mean I don't call you? I call you all the time. You never answer your phone. You never pick up your phone. Your phone always goes straight to voicemail. So what are you talking about? So miss me with that, bull. And she was like, oh, good deflecting. And so he was like, so then tell me what it is that I'm not giving you. Tell me what's the emotional love. Tell me what's the intimacy. Tell me what it is. Tell me what I'm not doing. Answer the question. And she was like, I'll be right back. And she runs upstairs to go get this paper. So it lets me to believe that something ain't real. Something don't smell good in this pudding. I don't know if they're putting on for the cameras. I don't know if Dr. G and Quad got together and went to acting classes and they acting this shit out, because he seems mad and he doesn't seem mad and all this other stuff. And when you're in a heated argument or you're trying to get your point across, you don't run upstairs to go get no letters, because whatever you are lacking that your husband is not giving you at that time in that moment, and all of this is that intimacy, that emotional support, and all that other stuff, you can say that this is what I want. I want you to kiss me more. I want you to hug me more. I want you to smack my butt more. I want you to call on me and check on me, see how I'm doing. I want you to leave love letters for me. I want you to take me on a trip. I want us to just sit in the car and go for a ride and just hang out. I want us to sit and watch a movie and maybe snuggle together on the couch and you wrap your arms around me. Like, it's easy to say what you want. I want you to encourage me when I'm doing my business deal. I want you to ask me how my book is going. I want you to be a part of me. I want you to help me out when I'm cooking and find out what I'm making, and let's cook dinner together, stuff like that. So miss me with that. It was just like, yo, why couldn't you articulate? You articulate yourself so well all the time that you couldn't articulate how you felt in that moment. That made it seem like it wasn't real. Seemed like it was fake, or it seems like you just didn't care. Like, you have to go get a piece of paper. Like, you're so that far detached of how you feel towards him, you had to go get a piece of paper. So on that note, Dr. G, he left, he bounced, he got his golf clubs and he left. Like, but what Dr. G could have did, as he could have just waited for her to read that paper and then ask, and then from there say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Because basically what Dr. G could have said, when I don't get that intimacy, I don't get this from you, Dr. G could have said, well, you don't, what do you want? And he did ask her, he said, what do you want me to do to make you feel better? And then that's when she went to go get the paper. But he could have said, how can I make you feel better? How can I make you feel more appreciated? How can we get back to that intimacy? How can we get back to that love? How can I take your hurt away? Now that's something to say to her. Like, they both could have changed. If you really want something to work out, you leave everything out on the table with love and with hope, because this is something that you want. When you marry somebody, you love them, you want to be with them, because evidently, why would you say I do? So therefore, ain't nobody coming in and destroying my marriage. We're going to fix this, and we're going to fix this together. And I don't see it there. And I don't see that there with, Simone. Simone's there sometimes, but then she's not. I feel like Cecil wants to fix their marriage, but I think he's fed up too as well, because she treats him like a child. And also the situation didn't seem real. Like, he's in a heated argument, he's upset, he's like kind of drinking his Corona, kind of not drinking his Corona, then slam it down, and he's yelling, but yet he feels comfortable. Like, I wouldn't be able to go play golf unless they go to this arguments all the time. And then the last episode, Dr. G did say that he feels like he's not emotional vulnerable enough for Quad. So maybe that's it. But the way that she went upstairs calmly, got the paper and came down, I would have flew up the stairs, came back, I would have ran down to that car where he was. I wouldn't have been at the door. I would have ran down and got them golf clubs. This is I would have read the letter right to him at that car before he even got inside the car. I would have jumped in the car with him and I would have read my goddamn letter. I would have read that letter. I'm trying to tell you, because I wanted to know what the hell Quad wrote on that letter. So anyways, yeah, Quad, like, you gonna read us the letter? You gonna upload it on Instagram? Because I want to know what you wrote in that letter. I just want to see, like, what is this shit really sincere? Because I know I would have ran out there. And if he really loved her, he would have stayed there and listened to it. But maybe I think Dr. G feels embarrassed. Maybe he's embarrassed because he is a doctor. I don't know. And he's a therapist. So anyways, peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples.